It's Soft Black Men and Company, Soft Black Men and Co. And today is a special episode because today, in the first time of Soft Black Men, we have an episode with a guest. So, Drake, ITU, let's give a round of applause for our guest, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome. Welcome.
So, I've had the great privilege of having multiple classes with Rodrigo. It's a classmate of mine at Aurora University, good friend of mine. And today we're going to talk about his junior seminar project that he spent a lot of time on this past semester working on and potentially might build on that project for his final, for his dissertation. So, Rodrigo, I would like for you to introduce yourself and then kind of just talk about you obviously go to Aurora University. What's your passion? You know, who is Rodrigo, and just what you want to do in the future.
Cool. My name is y'all can just call me Big Road. Whatever you guys want to call me, you can call me. I'm down for it. Look at Glaze laughing over there. He always good. Why you always laughing, bro? So Glaze silenced me at the beginning because he's a tyrant. So basically, my whole paper was basically on drugs and hip hop, starting from the 80's to the 2000's. And I don't know. I'm studying for history to be a teacher, and that's it.
I got you. So, the history teacher. But we talking about drugs and hip hop today, baby.
Hey, drugs and hip
Hey,
hop. All right, heavy on drugs. Heavy on
heavy on
drugs.
drugs, light on the
Hey.
hip hop, but we're big on the drugs.
Hey, so I was there because obviously I picked the Haitian Revolution as my project, and so I must ask Rodrigo, what made you pick drugs and hip hop? Because obviously there was you had some options before that, before you finally picked that final um object of drugs and hip hop, especially in the 80's and 90's. So what made you pick that?
So before that, I was either gonna talk about that, or I was gonna talk about the I'm forgetting what the Cristero War in Mexico, when the federal government separated church and state like fully and took away the church's power. Because one of my great uncles actually fought in that war when he was like 8, and he was like killing federal soldiers. So it was either that or like so, and that's something I really don't know about, just because we don't really talk about that in my family. But besides that, I really want to do hip hop and drugs, considering like I've been surrounded by both my whole life, and I thought it would be good to explore why those two are so intertwined as a media, especially today, where if you hear, let's say, rap from the South, they're probably gonna talk about lean, party drugs. Well, I'm pretty sure it's now anywhere, just because the globalization of drug use and of hip hop.
Hell yeah. I mean, like, man, nowadays, man, it seems like all the rappers got lean guts and shit. Talk about
There's
snorting
a lot of bear
perks.
babies out there,
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of pregnant dudes just roaming around with them constipated bellies and shit.
like Mr.
Uh,
Glaze over here.
no bullshit. Yeah, man. Like, go ahead and just dive into it, like from I guess the beginning of the project, because I personally never. I don't know what the hell drugs they were doing in the 80's besides like the only thing I can think of is coke and weed.
Crack.
Crack. I mean, were they really on the crack? Was the rappers really on the
So,
crack and shit?
so one of the main things I really wanted to do, like when I started, I really wanted to just do the whole connection between the Contras and the crack epidemic, from like the CIA Nicaraguan wars.
Hmm.
And but as I was researching into it, it was just so like depressing reading just stories about like how crack affects like communities. And it's not to discredit it, but it's kind of a little boring because you got to read all these books, and not only is it boring, but it's like depressing. So it's like I I don't want to put my whole semester on doing a whole depressing subject. So I preferred, even though it is somewhat depressing to think about how rap has been changed by um drugs. I did get to use music for the actual paper, which kind of alleviated that in a way.
Definitely better than having 16 weeks of suffering.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like bullshit. But like, I mean, I think everybody also kind of knows what really went down at this point with the crack epidemic and whatnot, and Ronald Reagan, that motherfucker.
Oh,
Uh,
Mr. Glaze talked about how that's his favorite president the other
I
day.
heard that too. Blaze this fuck with
I'm
Reagan.
just I'm trying to go to white man's heaven. So y'all can waste all the time y'all want. Yeah, I know where I'm going.
I know where I'm
But
going. Where I'm going, there's gonna be a lot of beans I can eat. And I'm be happy as hell. And I ain't taking you, Mr. Glaze. You
you
Shit.
gonna have,
taking me?
you gonna take that boiled chicken with a little bit of ketchup, man.
Oh shit. Wait,
Hey, that's a lot of that's
hey,
a
he dissing me. He dissing me right here, man.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
We
good,
that's a
we
lot
could
of
get
seasoning,
down.
bro.
We
you
could
gotta
get
a lot
trust
of
down.
me. Don't even
seasoning.
trip.
That's a lot of seasoning.
Yeah,
That's too much,
James
bro.
might be on drugs,
Um,
guys.
so I think a good launch pad to start with for your paper is like, what's your thesis? Like, what is? Let's say you starting off with a hook. You know what I mean? What is your paper all about? Like, what is your debating point?
Let me just read my first sentence from my thesis.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
Hip hop is not only music, but it reflects social, economic, and political realities experienced by minorities in the United States. So my whole thing is like, not only is drugs and hip hop been intertwined since the inception, well, since hip hop was made, excuse me, since hip hop was made, so basically like both of those things that emerged from the same background would obviously have the same roots, especially like reading through, well, going through music. One of the first songs I think I talked about was what's the Grandmaster Flash, "Don't Do It," White Lines, which was talking about like how you shouldn't do cocaine, but like talking about how before gangster rap you kind of had this thing where in rap it wasn't, you had clean rap where you wouldn't be able to like curse or say anything that represented the background. And moving a little bit forward after Grandmaster Flash, especially with like NWA, you'd kind of had that real representation of how the 90s was. It was very gritty, showing the pictures, especially like police brutality and drugs, and talking about how these minority communities didn't do it to themselves. Instead, it was something reflected off of the government not being able to support these communities with opportunities during deindustrialization.
Rap originated from this idea of it's a narrative of like what's going on, and there's a shift. And we'll talk about that later of like why is there's this shift. You know what I mean? It's kind of this glamorization of kind of just bullshit, really. But what which artists or like which cases did you zero in on to like which ones did you use to kind of support your thesis? Like which artist or you know which type of drugs did you focus on?
So obviously the first drug I really zoned in on was crack, just because the effect it did have on the black community and the Latin community at the time also. Crack really devastated the family unit of black Americans in the US. It it because obviously a lot of men used crack after the deindustrialization, the loss of opportunity, and thus no longer having a proper playing ground to where they can go get a job and feed their family, forcing a lot of these men to either cope by using drugs or selling drugs. Um, Not only that, but also having like the the government, especially like under the Republican presidents, not only militarizing the police, but also using like such as no knock warrants, where they were allowed to just fully break into the house without even having, like, you could be at the front door, you could be chilling on the sofa, and they bring in this big ass battering ram that just comes in, breaks everything, and kills your grandma, and you can't do nothing about it. Even if it was the wrong house, you still can't do nothing about it. And um, basically, just talking about how these communities were just kind of terrorized by police and state police because of the laws that were presented from this mainly Republican presidents.
So like I know what's call it? Of course, rappers are like rapping about like the shit that's going on and just ultimate reflections. Did you know or did you find about anything of what's up with the engagement of like people enjoy this drug rap or just drug hip hop in general over like others? I know like modern day genre, you got drug rappers and shit that people like that's the only shit they want to listen to. Was there anything like that back in the day?
Well, back in the day, you kind of mainly you either could listen to rap or you could listen to R&B.
Mhm.
And for a lot of people, they're gonna be like, well, I would prefer to listen something about my daily scenario put into words and spoken truthfully than some love song about some lady that's I've been listening to since the 70s.
I hear you.
Well,
So
obviously
I
want
mean,
something different.
also I do know current day. I'm just trying to like, what I'm trying to just try to piece together is like when did like shit start transitioning a little bit. Now I think primarily the audience for a lot of like current rappers, teenage white boys. That's how they mainly get their money. When did the white audience become the predominant listener of rap music? Do you know that at all?
I didn't put it in my paper, but I'm pretty sure this happens with Eminem becoming a very big artist in the United States. This is where you
Hmm.
kind of have like Caucasian listeners starting to listen to it more often
You
because
see some like
they can see
representation. Yeah.
you did have like your Vanilla Ice and your Everlast, but they
Uh-huh.
really didn't hit the scene like Eminem did, and none of them
I
had someone like Dr. Dre to push them through.
and then a
Drake
Vanilla
deserved for
Ice.
this. Drake.
Then a Vanilla. I was gonna say yeah, because I remember some. Then a Vanilla Ice, like what's gonna call it, Brad? Then it what's dude name?
Are you talking about
Suge
Suge Knight stealing
hang
his rights?
yeah, yeah, hung him over a fucking balcony and
Yeah.
shit.
He held him over and said, "You're gonna either sign this paper or give all the rights to another gentleman's. I forgot his name, and that
Hmm.
guy will get the sole rights and money, which later then fueled death row."
Yeah. Do you have any current like? Did you cover any like hip hop artist conflicts at all? Uh, in the paper.
So as much as I would love to do that, those artists really don't represent the drug culture aspect of it. You
Mm.
kind of do get the like like the representation of each person and wanting to be better, but instead of honing in more on rap, I honed in more on why drugs changed hip hop and like, well, not how they changed it, but how they both like built each other off.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I gotcha. So it probably went from what I think 80's and 90's talking about the drugs in my community to the 2000's where I'm selling the drugs to the 2010s and 2020s. I'm doing the drugs.
So yes and no, because you kind of had
Okay.
everything in the 90s. In the 90s, you had like you see the drugs. And then no, in the 80s you see the drugs, especially late 70s, early 80s, you see the drugs with Grandmaster Flash, how you shouldn't do cocaine because it's gonna mess you up and you're gonna mess up your
Hmm.
community. To the 90s where it's like Ice Cube's like the only way to make money is you gotta sell drugs, considering the federal government isn't gonna do anything for you and they're not gonna support you to get a job or to get stable income or homes. To I would like to argue the the early to mid late 2000s doing the drugs.
That's when you say they was doing like mainly rapping about doing the drugs and whatnot.
Definitely. You had like people like Lil Wayne. You had Big Mo.
Because the only artist I was thinking of when I'm thinking of 2000s, the main one I'm thinking is like Jeezy or Gucci Mane. Like them
Uh,
motherfuckers only rap
that
about
is
selling them
true,
bitches.
but I agree with Roddy on it. Lil Wayne is like a huge pivot.
Yeah, he's probably the biggest, one of the
Yeah, because
biggest.
it's like
The dude literally didn't talk about anything else
Probably
for a
also
long
the most
time.
influential rapper too.
yes,
Yeah.
like he's
So
probably he's a huge pivot.
I got you. So how big were the artists back in the day that was rapping about don't do drugs? Like were they like big
So
in the
they
community at
were big for
all?
the time. Like
Uh-huh.
they they were competing with like um they were competing with the R&B at the time, which was pretty popular. But I would say it's more like uh they them rapping about the drugs and not to do them kind of pushed like Grandmaster Flash hit and I forget what their group is called, but Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, they basically influenced the next generation to rap about what drugs do and how they affect the community and what happens. Like mainly in my paper, one of the biggest things I talked about was when Richard Nixon on June 17, 1971, he declared that America's public number one enemy of the United States was drug abuse. And from that he funded police, he funded state troopers to intensify their investigations and more policing, but especially in urban minority neighborhoods. Like I'd say that's when it really got the attention from the federal government.
Give me I'm not really too much of a, historian type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which was first? Nixon or Reagan?
Nixon.
Nixon was first. So he was
Nixon was
just
first. Yeah.
essentially
It's
throwing
Nixon.
lobs to Reagan to do some crazy
So
shit.
so it goes Nixon, Reagan, and W. Bush. The
Mm.
Yes.
the pops.
And all three of them hate black people.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah.
Yes.
One of them hated them a lot more than the others.
Yes. One is called Satan for a reason.
Yeah. So uh all three of those presidents were in office, I guess, during the timeline of your project. What changed in between those three different presidencies
So the
the
main thing
most?
for Nixon was not only did you have the drug problem with the crack epidemic, but you also had the problem of the Vietnam War hippies who were
Mhm.
protesting, which mainly used marijuana, but also used acid and mushrooms and such. So Nixon not only criminalized selling drugs, but he did a big thing by also criminalize using the drugs. So you'd go to like I think 20 years in jail just for smoking weed or doing any crack.
Uh,
Yeah. This
it,
is
20 years for weed is crazy.
this is like during the time where if you were caught with like coke, like the white powdery substance, it's way less time that you're
Oh,
found
we'll
with.
get to that. We'll get to that in a
Okay,
minute.
okay. I don't want to.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
okay,
good? You
okay.
good? You good?
Yeah.
Well, we might as well go
Well,
ahead
we can talk
dive
about it
into
now.
Dive
that.
into it.
We might
Because
as well talk about snowfall.
can I can I
Bro.
can I take a guess? Can I take a guess?
Yeah, go for it.
The white powder, that's the rich white person drug, and the weed and other shit, that's what the poor marginalized groups can have access to.
Yeah, I don't remember what the actual. I'm pretty sure I had it in my slideshow. I don't remember fully, but it was like I think it was 20 years for crack and like 2 for cocaine, something along those lines. Because
Two?
and it was about 2 minimum. Well, I'm talking about minimum, but this is
Oh,
later on with Reagan. Reagan makes minimum sentencing. So
Yeah, it's crazy. On coke is only getting 2 years. In my fair deal of my 23 years of life, I've done some jobs where my coworkers have done coke in the front lobby, in front of customers before. I I know how those people are, and I know how coke makes you, right? and you only get 2 years, and doing a lot of coke. That's you only get 2 years versus marijuana. Like, damn,
Doesn't that shit fuck with your brain and like
it's cardiovascular shit.
So
Yeah,
they,
it
they
fucks with
both
your
mess
heart
you up.
so bad.
it fuck with
Yeah,
your
like,
heart?
uh,
Yeah.
Oh, here
man, I
I
had
found
this.
it right now. So
Mm,
I got it from my thing. It was 5-year mandatory minimum for 500 grams of powder cocaine is the same as 28 grams of crack cocaine.
like same year sentence.
And that's a
So
decent
5
amount.
years, but for 5 years you need, if you have 28 grams of crack cocaine, you get 5
Mhm.
years. But if you have 500 grams of powdered cocaine, it'd be 5 years.
500 grams of powder cocaine
That's
is a fuck ton of cocaine.
that is a decent amount, bro.
Is that a brick? How much grams is a brick?
I don't remember.
You
I
don't know
remember I
that?
knew it when I was just reading
Fuck.
the whole thing.
We need like an AI or like someone can search this shit. Cause bro, that's crazy. That's wild.
I'm pretty sure it's
That's
like
wild as fuck.
what?
It's 1,000 grams.
I think it's yeah, it's
1,000 grams is a brick.
That's insane.
So it's half
So
a
half a
brick.
brick.
Half a brick will put you
Yeah.
in jail for 2 to 3 years or 5 years.
Man, so I just walk with a little bit of less. like if I was selling
Yeah.
it.
That's crazy,
Oh.
though.
Yeah.
But my bad. This was the more modern one. It used to be an 18-to-1 rate, 100-to-1 ratio.
What was
Oh,
it?
my bad. I got
Wow.
the modern one. The original one was if you had 100 grams of cocaine and 1 gram of crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
I got
That's
that.
how crazy it was. You got caught with this little amount of crack cocaine.
It'd be the
cooked.
same as 100.
Cooked.
Cooked.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
It's,
we-
have you guys ever? Do you guys know Ali Sadiq?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
He's okay.
Yeah.
You know Ali Sadiq.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Both of you guys. Drake, what we doing? What we
Oh,
doing, Drake?
I don't know.
So like he's a comedian, and his whole career was really built off of. He was a kid. He was kind of one of these kids that he was 14 years old, and he wasn't gonna do crack. He wasn't gonna do crack cocaine, but he was gonna sell it. And so he gets locked up young as hell, and he just does a whole bunch of years.
I think he did
Like,
like 20, 25.
yeah,
I'm pretty
like
sure.
his 20s and 30s ate up like that. But he when he got freed, he actually started doing comedy. He does very well, but he talks about the struggle during that time, like the crack epidemic, and he has the perspective of him selling it, which is fast. It reminds me of Franklin Saint from Snowfall. It's that perspective of being young, and it ties back to Rodrigo. He said something that was very important was um getting into drugs. A lot of men got into it because of lack of opportunities. And I'm from Anderson, Drake's from Anderson, IT's from Gary, Rodrigo's from
It's not from. Wait, what?
Hey,
Gary.
lock in, bro. Please.
Glad
No,
you know
we-
you don't be lying.
Well, Oak Park, right? Oak Park,
Oak Park,
Chicago, Illinois.
and
All
then Rodrigo. Rodrigo's
Oh,
is
don't
from
put me
West
out there,
Chicago.
Lou.
Wait.
So,
Rodrigo, where are you from?
I'm from a box under a bridge.
From
That's
Box Under a Bridge, bro.
Mm-hmm.
West Chicago.
West Chicago.
Right.
Okay.
A very
It's
nice
fascinating because I don't know about Oak Park, but Anderson and I want to say West Chicago probably experienced the same thing where there was at one point there was factories, there were jobs for minorities to have or to work, and then all these jobs got taken out. And guess what?
I can give you a little history lesson from where I'm from. So, you
Let's
had
do it.
things. You had a lot of. Well, mainly we only had Latin Kings. That was the only gang we had because we were predominantly Mexican. and I'm pretty sure in the early 2000s, most of them were starting to get deported. So they either went to Chicago or they went to California, but a lot of them got deported, and that was during Obama.
I mean, Obama did.
He was racking up numbers.
He was doing a lot. He was doing a lot.
He was racking up numbers. Yeah,
Cold motherfucker, man.
He was racking up numbers.
Just remember, that's why I don't like either political party, because they both fuck us.
Hey, someone said that there's
Not
no
me.
such thing as a true left president. It's either like a hardcore
No, they're both
Republican or it's a base Republican.
That's the status quo of just Democrats and Republicans. That's what they want to bring it back to after the Trump era, after this whole MAGA thing. They want to bring it back to a status quo Democrat and Republican party, which I really don't get, especially in if you look at the history of these two parties, you kind of get the Republicans pushing the line, and then the Democrats come in and they keep it there, and then the Republicans come in again and then they push the line again, and the Democrats come in and they keep it there, and you don't get like they're pushed to the right.
So it's like there's been no progress for
Exactly.
however
You get like
fucking long.
minimal crime laws from, like, I don't remember any really big law. The only big law I think I remember was decriminalization of marijuana in my state. But
It's just still illegal as fuck.
I mean, we keep flipping same-sex marriage.
Who? Me?
We?
Who keeps flipping that shit?
I'm just talking about in general. They just keep getting debated on.
People like.
I thought we was past that, bro.
Yeah, man.
No, we're never past.
Jake, what are you talking about, bro?
Come on, bro. I thought we was past that.
James, come on, man. You can't be talking bad about that type of thing, bro.
I'm not talking.
It's not a good thing to do, bro.
James, hey, gave you.
But
James, come on, bro.
They're gonna talk about it next year, next election. Why? They talk about it all the time.
What do you mean next year?
Same sex, bro. I've never heard like same sex marriage as being like the fucking as a problem.
Well, same sex marriage hasn't really been a debate until right now, but it was a big debate. I think under W. Bush, right?
It was a debate under Obama.
Yeah, it was. Biden was like, "Nah, I ain't with that shit, man."
It's a debate under every all the
time. I'll be honest. I really don't remember because that's one of the things that
it goes in and out.
Yeah,
but it always comes back. And I
but
think,
like,
bro, it's fugazi in a way.
Well, the thing about like the LGBTQ community now, it's like now it's not just gay. That's the only big difference I think from like the early.
It's like way more now.
Yeah, it's not just it has a bunch of.
It's not just,
and also I think the LGBTQ community is gonna get whatever they ask for. Granted, I've never heard the same sex debate since maybe like the late 2000s, and that's because why I think the same sex like anything LGBTQ related they're gonna constantly progress is because that's the only marginalized group white people can fit in, right? So there's gonna be representation of them in there all the time. They're gonna have some power. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, but no, you can't do that.
He's not wrong.
You can't
bullshit.
No, he's not wrong. But here's the problem with the LGBTQ community is that there's a divide within them, because there's going to be a good amount of white LGBTQ that are not they're on the Republican side.
Yeah, a lot of them are your Republican governors.
Yeah. No, he's actually so yeah, he's right. Like,
except they don't talk about it because
we can't assume that the whole LGBTQ community is just left winged, because
they're
not.
There's still white people in there.
There's divide within it. That's all I'm just bringing up is that, like, I think you're right as well, but it's not a full swing. Like, they're all.
Well, I definitely say a lot of them are kind of your old movement, where like today they kind of branched away from like the transgender, bisexual,
Yeah, it makes the fight longer.
especially because like I haven't researched it fully, but I do know that like there are gay, lesbian that totally disapprove of transgender and bisexual and don't think that they're a thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the same, in my opinion, it's the same thing when it comes to like women's rights and women's suffrage. Like you can't sit up here and assume all women support all women. That's not the case. There are going to be divisions within women. There's going to be white women that are, no, we're white. We are better than women of color. That's a real thing.
You
Mind
also
you,
see it in minorities
them
too.
motherfuckers just got, rights.
All of them.
But it may, but it
And
may
Like,
be their,
from a perspective,
but
yeah,
for a
it's
lot of them,
not
and
it
that
y'all
made their
back
fight
on the,
longer.
yeah, like,
another big thing
anyway,
also is like minority relations from one to another. You see like not to say
IT,
all
bro.
Asians, but Asians assimilate easier with um the Caucasian population. Meanwhile, like you see black communities are kind of put against Latin communities. That's like a really big thing also.
It's
Where
facts.
like historically black and brown have always worked together, not always, but mainly worked together for like rights or workers' rights especially. But like you see it today, like you'll see I I don't look at it no more, but the only last one I remember was like I don't know. But there are black Republicans that are saying like, "Oh, the true enemy isn't the white billionaires, it's the Mexican immigrants."
That's
Oh,
why I
he's
tell
got
you, hey,
brainwashed.
black Republican. Why do black Republicans always get brought up in our
Yeah,
For the
another.
nigga.
We on a streak
Bro,
right
episodes?
now.
the last
Got
time
brought up
I
again.
watched it, look, don't you guys can't kill me, but like the last time I listened to this podcast was like I think episode 4, and then I just stopped listening to it because I just never had a chance no more. Which I do want to get back into. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're good.
It's all
Hey,
good, fam.
they're posted. They're posted forever for a reason.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm gonna go back to listen to
Come
them.
on now.
Hey man, the easiest way to break down a community, bro, or a group of people, you make a divide between the men and the women. That's the easiest way to do it. Once you can divide them to, you can start breaking it down to different groups of people, right? I mean, white people, we like white women date conservative, like white liberal women will date conservative white dudes all the time and will be against him and won't say shit until get your ass down and won't say shit until like they break up. You see what I'm saying? And there's always a divide there. Like, and this turns in to like other groups of people.
And another big thing I've seen also is like conservative men lying that they're liberals just to date liberal women.
Yeah.
That's
This
a
is
big
just
thing.
losers. Lame as shit. You
Yeah.
see them, like they'll post on social media and they'll be like, like I get on dating websites and I say I support Trump, then they block me. Like, yeah, no shit. You're fucking lame. Like, you're fucking loser.
That's how it always felt.
Yeah, we are under
No.
current. It changed. Jeez, dude. We in the current dystopian state right now. We actively are. I don't know if you guys know about flock cameras at all. Do y'all know
Yeah,
about
you
flock
guys
cameras?
don't point green laser light at them. They might break them. They
Yeah,
also
don't do
have
that,
32 RAM, 32 gigs of RAM.
bro. Yeah, yeah. So you don't want to take them down.
Yeah,
Actually,
don't do
though,
that.
you guys actually don't want to take them down. If you do break down a flock camera, that's 3 felonies. But James, IT, do you guys know anything about flock cameras and what's going
Please
on?
educate me.
There's over 100,000 across the United States of America. They are a third party company and they give all their information to law enforcement, right? And initially they were like, we'll delete everybody's information after 30 days. They're at intersections, random parks, trails. They're everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. You can go on their website and figure out where the map is. If you don't think there's any around you, dude, just look it up. There's probably at least 10 around you, right? So the information that they get, they have facial recognition. They can see your car. They know anything small as like the rust on it, bumpers, any like marks, and they track you. Then they sell it to the police or FBI, CIA, all those people, right?
You don't even have to sell it domestically. They can sell it to other governments.
Exactly. Just random people. And also people don't even have to buy it because they can hack it. People have hacked it. YouTubers have hacked it. And what they say is like, oh, this shit is not well guarded. I can easily grab it. Essentially is what they're saying. So what I'm getting with that is when I initially said we're under a dystopian state, one step to be under a dystopian state is to be under a constant surveillance. That is constant surveillance. Two, mass population have to be essentially brainwashed. We're in a dystopian society. First thing that must be there, under constant surveillance. That's what these flock cameras are doing. Another thing is systemic oppression. I don't need to dive into that. We have done that many times already. What's another thing? Propaganda. Chat, we're in America. This current propaganda right now. Our president is a propaganda pumping machine. Information censorship. So our news, all of them are fake. They just care about clickbait. They're Mr. Beasting the fucking news. Like, motherfuckers. Why is the news channel worrying about thumbnails on YouTube? And people can just pay to have stories put out that are not real.
Remember, a lot of these news sources say entertainment at the end because they don't have to go by law with these news laws.
What's another thing? Cultivate a culture of fear. So I think the youth is under a constant state of fear, and I think a lot of the youth, which kind of being a little schizophrenic, because let me give an example. Let me give a couple. Let's bring up the flock cameras. There's a whole thing going on the internet talking about deflock, and that's breaking down these cameras. If you break down these cameras, you get 3 felonies. What happens when you get felonies? You go to prison. What happens when you are an inmate? You are now a legal slave. Okay? So people are kind of like catching this and like, okay, so the internet is essentially encouraging the youth to go break down these flock cameras so they get locked up and become a legal slave and serve time. That's one thing. So there's a youth that's like, I'm currently under watch, but I can't do anything about that. That's gonna make them feel crazy as fuck. The whole CIA thing. Y'all know John Kirikaku? Damn, I butchered that last name. Kiriaku.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about though. Yeah,
white dude.
Yeah.
Didn't
he get
so
arrested?
A lot of people. He got arrested in
long time
06. No, 07.
06, 07, maybe 08.
08.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 08. It was his first year of Obama's term.
Yeah.
I remember that. So he is telling stories about the CIA. And thing is, he's allowed to because he's allowed to tell stories about what happened in the CIA is because he already went to prison about telling shit that went on in the CIA.
Jeopardy. No double.
Yes,
jeopardy.
you can't go to prison for the same thing again that you already been charged for. So that's why he's legally allowed to say all this. And people are finally realizing what the government can do and that they are tapped in all the time, no matter what. But there are also people like, they think John Kiriaku is still working for the CIA and the shit that he's doing and making everything sound fun. He's like essentially promoting it to have people come work for the CIA.
Dude, nothing sounds fun. Like, I don't know how people can like.
The hummus.
Nothing sounds fun of what he's talking about.
Well, the thing is, you have to be a sociopath to be in the CIA.
The hummus.
No, you
True,
can't be a
but,
you have to have sociopathic tendencies.
Oh yeah. So you can't be one. You have to have the tendencies. Yeah.
But I think people get confused because like he's talking about it and like yeah he laughs or he has energy, but like these things he talks about these are not enjoyable things to go through.
But a lot of people
Truthfully,
think it
But
would be
that's
very fun.
trauma, bro.
yeah, but it's this
That's
stuff is
trauma,
not.
bro.
Because like
So
there'll be a lot of clips where like, you know he's maybe in like in these a Middle Eastern country and they kind of have they do some gay stuff over there. You know what I mean? But like they're fucking on kids and stuff like that, and it's like the way he says it, like people laugh about it, but
You know
like
what it is though?
none of this shit is like
It's
funny.
because he's so desensitized to it now, bro. Like he's
True.
been doing this for a very long, like a lot of his adult life.
Yes, but people mistake it as like he enjoyed it. He didn't enjoy that, but he is desensitized. But continue, Drake.
another one I was gonna say is like a lot of the stories I think are just like doubling down on what has already been like whistleblown about the CIA. I forgot the guy's name, but he went to Russia, and he's the one that did the whistleblowing on that the CIA is listening to us through our microphone all the time, and the hearing devices. Do y'all know that, right? Yeah, Rodrigo knows that. Glaze, IT.
They can
Yeah, I mean, I think
go
everybody
into
knows that.
the microphone on your TV, your phone, your computer, your Alexa, anything that connects to the internet.
Yeah, anything that connects to the internet, they can listen to you. So they essentially have you're under constant surveillance, essentially. And I think keywords or key phrases spikes you where it makes somebody actively watch you and listen to you. Then if you continue like being a fucking tweak, then you become on a watch list, essentially. So if we're on the PlayStation chat and we're talking about how we want to kill Donald Trump, or we're on here and we're talking about we want to kill Donald Trump, right? All four of us want to. All four of us want to kill Donald Trump.
No.
See, now all of us are
Yes.
flagged. Now all of us are
Yes.
flagged. And if we continue this for a very long time, we will currently be on a watch list. But the thing is, they'll probably go back, look at that flag, pick up the context, and know that like we're kind of joking.
This is bullshit.
Yes.
My lawyers have
Is
advised
it?
to
is it
say that I
bullshit?
will not be doing such a thing with this group of people, and I'm oh,
Dude, you're tied with Soft
my
Black
word.
Men and Company forever, dude.
Yeah, no, you heard it. And you signed your
Yeah.
contract in blood.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
Good.
But
All right, wait until I call my aunt from Mexico. She gonna put a little spell on you, Mr. Glaze.
shit.
Why me?
You gonna ball, bro.
Damn.
You gonna be
But
balding. I'm gonna just send her,
but
and you gonna see what happens.
shit. You're gonna get a chick on a head cut off in the mail, dude. But yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of like my rant, and I think that's why, like, since the youth is so like we're currently being desensitized to all this shit because of social media, is that we are becoming so aware that it's kind of backfiring in our fucking brain, where it's like I'm constantly being fucking watched, and people are gonna be like constantly thinking that all the time, or another youth route is like I don't care, like I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Let me just ask you
Just
guys
do me.
something. Have you guys seen bombings on your phone, like videos
Yes.
of
On
bombings?
TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok,
Yeah,
Instagram Reels.
you see it all the time, right?
Mhm.
Now, a population that lived right before 9/11 had never seen such a thing, and we see it every other Tuesday.
Yeah.
We have been desensitized from not only like terroristic attacks, beheadings. I don't know about you guys, but
Live
since
leak.
I am Mexican, I do get videos of things that happen in Mexico, and obviously they're not pretty. The first one I saw, I think I was like 8, and it was a dude getting his skin peeled off of his head while still being alive, and
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I
That's gory as fuck.
I remember. How old are you in your 7th grade?
13.
13 about?
Yeah,
12,
13,
13.
14.
No,
That's
12,
when
13.
13, 14, I got into this was ISIS. Like 13, 14 was like ISIS
Oh
was
yeah,
huge.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, and ISIS, they knew how to work the computers. They was on social media, and so like they were just posting all their executions, and I was in tune. Like I was watching all that stuff, bro. And then I watched some cartel stuff. I watched some kind of like the African terrorist groups do their stuff. I think it was probably like sophomore year. I was
Y'all
like,
remember Coney
This
2012?
who?
Coney
Yeah.
2012?
Coney 2012. Nah,
What's that?
Sure, y'all don't know
no.
about
It's a good thing we don't know.
It's
I think
he
it's-
was a warlord, I think, in Uganda, and he only had child soldiers. And there was a guy who made a whole documentary on him.
Oh,
And then right afterwards, he was like found in Hollywood, just playing with his thing.
The fuck?
no, we
What?
no,
It's
hey, no, this is not funny. This is
it's
not
gonna
funny.
pop up.
No, why did we skip like so much? Like how we go from
It's because look,
the
it's such a crazy thing because I remember it was everywhere on the internet for like a certain week for a certain month in 2012, and then after that it was gone. Like no one ever talked about it again.
The only shit like I always hated watching gore shit. I always thought people were lame for just openly watching that shit in school. And I would tell motherfucker try to show me like, you're a loser. Please turn that off. Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like this shit's lame as fuck. But I the only shit I've like currently seen and openly looked at was the drone war going on in Ukraine and Russia on Reddit. Bro, that shit it looks fucking terrifying. Genuinely looks terrifying. And I think that also thing that like sucks when you see and watch videos like that, like it makes your stomach like gut like tight like a wrench, you know what I mean? But you keep looking at it. You know what I mean? Like it's very hard to like click off, although it's like disgusting to see and terrifying. One thing that I also think grab your tinfoil hats that I think could be going on. So you guys know like on Twitter or some shit, right? The Chicago. On Twitter, like let's say Chicago gang hits, like Chicago, like just gang videos of people just like the CCTV footage being posted on Twitter, and they're like gang hit, blah blah blah. His ass got faced 22 times.
You see it on
Woo woo.
Instagram Live too.
Yeah, or like DJ Academics used to post shit like that as well, bro. I don't even know if there's real people running that shit. Like, in my opinion, they have to be getting backed and pushed like on the what's the algorithm by the government. You know what I mean? Or like bots and shit, so people can see it. And I think if the
Now it's
youth,
run by AI, isn't it?
yeah, and I think if the youth sees that shit more and more, like just like gang hits and shit, and you also hear in current day hip hop drill rap about just murdering like people, and they make it sound cool. Like, they really
Like,
do.
like
Like
James'
drill
That
rap.
sounds
favorite
so
rapper,
cool.
King Von, he loves to listen to King Von, and he says he wants to do that when he's older.
Nah.
Who says that?
James?
Oh
Oh.
yeah, yeah. No, I heard that shit. Yeah,
It's because James from East Chicago, so you know how he gets down over there.
I'm from where?
East
from East Chicago,
Gary?
bro.
We're from the lake.
Yep.
From Gary, you right?
But yeah, bro. Like I think all that shit's getting pushed by like the government to help keep people wanting to like a prison pipeline.
Keep people stupid.
Yeah,
I feel like we've said that so many
yeah.
times.
That's the main goal of the government. Keep people stupid, man.
Using
That's
that,
how you be.
in my paper, one of the biggest things that was used to like scare white people from minorities was conservative media always victimizing white people. So a lot of this crime was mainly black on black, but if there was ever a crime that was black on white, it would be shown exorbitantly 24 it was shown for like 24 hours. You'd still hear about the next day. Meanwhile, black on black crime wouldn't even, no one would talk
You like
about
a 15-minute segment.
it. And not
Or
even
something.
Zero media coverage.
Well, and that happens. That's been happening for years. That still
It's
goes
currently
on.
happening now.
It still
That's
happens
and
today.
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk is from the suburb of Chicago. Those outer suburbs of Chicago, right? And they become like famous, bro. They're ultra racist, and them growing up in them teen and preteen years is the prime years of the Chicago drill scene when it was like just famous and people were just like making money off that sad shit that was currently happening. Well, at that time happening. And it was definitely because the news outlets were, like you said, Rody, victimizing white people, making them like the the sob story and just constantly portraying it and shit like that. And just, I don't want to say they're indirectly doing it because they're doing that shit on purpose, but making people racist as fuck in the suburbs of Chicago. That's why we got Charlie Kirks. Charlie Kirky.
Yeah.
I just about to perky.
I don't even know if we can say that's how we got Charlie Kirk, because like, in my opinion, there's tiers above Charlie Kirk.
Are there?
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Elaborate.
Like,
He burning in hell right now, bro. He looking at us right now in hell, burning alive.
Looking up, grabbing his neck and shit.
Yeah, the devil right now sticking a pitchfork right now, bro.
Hey.
See, my thing is like, I don't even think like he's not even near the worst.
Shut the builder.
He just had a platform. Chud blows.
Chud blow. L racist.
Yeah.
I think all racists are L's, bro.
Well, yeah, of course. But I'm like, in his demographic and shit, like, bottom tier racist.
Bro, I get it, James. I get it. Relax, buddy.
Got God tier racist. Ronald Reagan.
No, like
George Washington.
When you think about it, though, like to be racist and make it that far, man, it's I mean, I guess it's easy.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
not.
It's
You
Charlie-
thought that was you
it's
finna
Charlie
say that's
Kirk.
hard?
I mean,
Nigga, what?
it's pretty easy.
Come on, bro.
If you're racist, it doesn't matter what race you are. The conservatives are gonna prop you up, use you, and you're gonna get a lot of money.
Yeah, that's how we see the shit going on with Indians, really. Like Vivek
Ramaswamy.
Yeah. That boy think he white as shit. But like if we're gonna do like NBA comparisons of racists, Charlie Kirk, Kobe Bryant, Ronald Reagan, Michael Jordan. I don't think there's a Bryant yet.
Dude, Charlie Kirk,
Nick
Kobe
Fuente.
is crazy. Don't
Nah,
ever
that might
disrespect
no,
Kobe.
James.
That is
But
crazy.
you guys see the
might
comparisons,
be-
right?
That might be a pretty decent comparison.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
Okay, so who's Charlie Kirk?
Kobe
Vince
had a-
Carter?
Kobe had a full career. Charlie wasn't even at his peak. Let's be honest.
So
Okay.
man, Kirk.
Wait,
Like,
T-Mac.
No,
Okay,
he
he's
started a
Tracy
business.
McGrady.
He
Tracy
was-
McGrady.
No, yes, Charlie.
Tracy
was
McGrady.
elite. Is it Charlie?
Bro, he does to you, Mike. He's on the camera.
Charlie Kirk might be an undrafted. Who's in the who's like elite but was undrafted? Cause I think, but he didn't go to college.
Undrafted, but
He
was
is a
elite.
second round or undrafted pick.
Who?
And then Charlie Kirk.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah,
you're so
Lady Gaga.
ignorant, dude. You're so ignorant.
How was he he was not. Yo, no ball.
He had a platform. He literally created Turning Point
Yeah,
USA. He was recruiting the youth. He was influencing so many people.
Yes, okay,
When he
okay,
died,
okay.
you was calling him a martyr because how great he was in the racist
Hey,
world. Not
look,
great to
what
me
happened,
or us.
bro?
Like
Oh,
we hate
bro.
that guy.
No. Here's the thing. He was a martyr. He was.
Okay, then
Yeah.
that doesn't make him an undrafted prospect.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Because when are we marking the pivot in his career? Because I'm saying that he's undrafted in the sense that he didn't even go to college. He doesn't have a college degree. That's when I'm marking his earlyhood development, like his teenage years into adulthood, as the drafting point. I'm saying he went undrafted, carved out a role in a team, which was the conservatives, and then he got a platform. They were like, you know what? We're gonna pay you a little extra in free agency.
Bro,
Boom.
the thing is, people ain't know Kobe was gonna be as great as he was.
Kobe won 5 rings. What rings does Charlie?
But nobody. What ring? Charlie at least had 3.
He has Turning Point, which I'd say he has probably one ring, and that was his end game
Charlie Kirk
with his
bagged the
wife.
most racist bitch of all time.
He couldn't even trust her.
That's
Where he gets
a
his ring from.
trophy.
That's
That's
where
a
he gets his
ring.
ring.
And the thing is, who's
Dude, Kobe is
Donald Trump, bro?
Oh, LeBron.
Is
Nah.
Donald?
Y'all forgot.
football. We gotta go football. We gotta go more rings.
Tom Brady.
No,
Yeah.
let's stick to the NBA, bro. We're
Trump's
doing
been
NBA
at
now.
it for years.
Trump might be Bill Russell.
The four in New York when he got those 4 boys
Yeah,
arrested.
he's been doing this for years.
He's been like up in rent on black people, denying loans and shit for black people. He actually might be Brian. And he he ain't do the brainwashing like Ronald Reagan did.
If we're doing NBA, he might be Brown because of just his longevity.
Like
his longevity.
SW comp. Hey, soft black man and co man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
No, we're not done. We're not done. We're not done.
Yo.
We're not done. So I do want to aim back towards Rodrigo. So
the main topic.
Oh, that's why I was here, right? I forgot.
Drifted off. Yeah.
No, Rodrigo, hey, he's flowing with us, man. Couldn't have done it without you, bro. I do want to ask a question of like how do we get to like the glamorization of just bullshit? You know what I mean? Like music, and we can just talk about music if we really want to. Like,
so we could say it's glamorization of bullshit, but like when you look at it, it's kind of like if this works to get you money and out of the situation you're in, you're gonna take it. Like it doesn't matter if you don't drink lean or you don't smoke weed or you don't sell crack or you don't sell cocaine by the kilo. It doesn't matter. If you were someone in that situation without opportunity, you're going to do whatever it takes to get out of there. And even then, like from the 2000 party drugs, promethazine, and all that, it all comes from different ways generations cope. You had your 70s where they were like, just be strong enough and don't do it. That's how they coped. You had in the 80s and 90s, they're like, well, just sell it. And that's how they coped. That's how they coped economically. They obviously they had to cope emotionally with drugs at some point. Some of them did. And in the 2000s, you still see them cope economically with selling drugs, but now becoming bar babies, drinking lean every day. It's just different ways generations cope. And like we could say today, if I don't know, insert random rapper here who's never touched a drug in his life, comes from a semi decent home, or comes from a decent home, and he raps about it, it's because rap has just been put into that situation, not only by media that portrays it that way and sustains it, but also people like the one I just mentioned. They just come in, they know what people want to hear, and then they blow up from it. They make their money, and then they leave. What I see is rap is basically just like you have your gems, but you also have your shit coins.
Interesting.
About shit coins, and I think all the shit coins are being funded by the Jewish
Some of them
Jews that's running the
some of them are
labels.
funded by nations. Some of them are funded by the federal government to push that narrative to make sure that people today are like, no, those type. They're gonna say those type of minorities aren't people you want to be around just because of how it's portrayed in the media. And that's something the government really likes to use, is especially like you had King Von and be like, no, you shouldn't go to Chicago because you're just gonna die. It's like if you go and you don't mess with nobody, nobody's gonna mess with you. It's very rare that
people thought O Block was like the whole was all of Chicago.
yeah. I've gone to like hoods and nothing's happened to me. I mean, obviously, you know, you got to be smart. Obviously, it's just as any other place. I wouldn't feel safer in a predominantly white region because I would still feel unsafe. Because if I'm going to an all white region, I'm scared that they're gonna think because I'm here, I'm gonna rob, and then I can get stopped by police. Police are very scary to me. I feel like if I get stopped, I can just get shot, or if I just with the color of my skin, especially with everything going on, I could be driving and I can get pulled over by ICE and get taken away to a detention center for who knows how long.
Historically, white people have been the ones that the aggressors, colonizers. It's historically the white people, white Europeans, and now white Americans. That's literally the culture. And then you got Fox propaganda that put out that we are the victims in everything that we do, right? Um, and me being white, right? When I go to Chicago, I've been in the South Side many times, and I know the South Side, predominantly black area. Like almost every neighborhood is like 98% black. I've never felt unsafe. I've felt just fine, but it's like I know how to maneuver in high crime areas, right? Grew up in one. It's just like, but also if you didn't grow up in one, what the fuck? Like, what are you looking for? Are you just eyeing people when you're walking down the street, or are you
Like
like? I
it's
think
not that hard
you're
to
looking
maneuver
for it.
through. It's just
Yeah,
mind
just
your own
mind
business.
your fucking business, but keep your head on a swivel, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't just be
Like,
out here walking around like
Yeah,
yeah, and flash and
be
shit too.
standing in
Like,
front of people.
yeah, if you know you're going to an area where there's a lot of poor people, and you put on the flyest, most expensive shit you got,
you're a goofy.
you're asking for
Yeah,
it to come, right? Essentially, you just got to know how to just don't be dumb.
Yeah.
And white people constantly falling for Fox propaganda. Fox propaganda, that shit. Ooh, it's bad, boy. It's fucking with the majority, and the majority of people are white.
Bro, propaganda will never fail.
Mm-mm.
It will never fail
That
because at
just
the end
means
of the
we
day,
have to come up with our own propaganda, and we got to
yeah.
fight it. We got
Because
to fight
the thing
propaganda.
about propaganda is like, I feel like we're at the point to where like you don't even have to put a lot of effort into the propaganda. You just gotta put something out there that they're gonna believe, because they want something that is just going to like make them believe.
they
So
could
like they
literally
already believe what they believe. They just need something to reinforce it.
right now they could just say that I'm a drug mule and I sell it to Glaze and then he distributes it and somebody will believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's that
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah,
And they could just show a picture of us being angry.
yeah,
It would work.
True fact.
It's something I put in my paper also. It's like you have um people who are white and go to jail, they use these pictures of them with their family. Then from their yearbook, it's like, oh, it's a father, he's a son, he's a brother. But meanwhile, when it's a minority, they say, oh, they're a killer, they're a horrible
Thug.
person, blah blah blah, whatever. Yeah, thug, whatever.
They love that
yeah.
shit. Why?
You guys ever seen like the like the meme of like where it's usually like a murder suicide where like some husband just like
What do I
kills the
do?
whole family. Yeah, and it's a picture of the family. Yeah,
Kayaking on a boat.
yeah.
Ah, they're
But
so
That's
happy.
sometimes
What happened to them?
happy as
yeah.
shit.
They
That's
got to
crazy.
reboot.
Then you see all the posts. Mental health matters. You guys reach out if you need help. Oh, nobody knew. All that shit. Yeah, it's just like I I have not. I get on Facebook every once in a while, and I haven't updated my Facebook at all. So the shit that was on my Facebook from when I created it in like '09, which I was 6, and my grandma made it. Grandma's a old racially ambiguous woman that was adopted by white people, so she kind of has a white mindset. Um, so so it's Fox News, essentially, and it wasn't as bad as it was back in the day, but it was bad. But now this shit's even worse. And Facebook is currently ran by Mark Zuckerberg. Um, Mark Zuckerberg, and of course he's endorsing Trump. So a lot of the shit pushed on the algorithm is going to be MAGA based. And I don't unfollow shit. I don't like anything because I just want to see what it's going to give to me, bro. these motherfuckers are so like it's the wildest thing ever. Everything's propaganda. They take everything like crazy and like what they actually view people that are left or liberals like with bright curly hair or like colorful hair, wearing crop tops and booty shorts and
And being fat,
big ass
very
boots.
obese,
Very, very like lethargic, like huge.
No
like
eyebrows,
roll your
No,
left.
like
big piercings.
then like people like in the comments, you just have old people like makes sense,
Yeah,
makes sense, yeah.
yeah, of
Or like
course.
then or Fox News will post, let's say a murder happened, and they'll post like a suspect, and let's say the suspect is black. You go to the comments, and you're like, of course, it's always those folks. It's always them, usual suspects.
Yeah,
Uh, but then I will see one of like a white murder suspect, and I will go through the same comments, and it'll be like, "That's surprising. I wonder what happened. We need his side of the story,
Or it'll be
like
like some
shit like
shit like
that. You know what I
he
mean?
looks so innocent.
well,
He
Yeah,
looks
the
so
thing also for
innocent.
these comments, you can see, especially today, bots are about like 57.5% of the internet now. So we're outnumbered on the internet, especially on
yeah.
comments. So a lot of these are now like AI generated, and I
Hmm.
believe so. It's like I don't know if you've ever heard the theory of the airplane theory. So have you guys ever heard of about it?
No,
So
I have not.
so in World War II, the British were sending planes out to go bomb Germany, and everywhere that had bullet holes, they wanted to reinforce it. But they said, no, how about we reinforce the parts that don't have bullet holes because those are the ones that don't come back. So it's the same thing for bots, where it's like, oh, these are the bots that keep getting found out to be bots because it's just so blatant to figure it out. So what they're saying is like now today, there could be a comment that you think is a human and it's a bot, and you can 100% your heart still it could
Damn.
seem like a human, but it's not. It's a bot.
So
The thing is,
you could be responding to a bot in the comment section, and
mhm.
it could
Yeah,
be
you could be
responding
arguing
back
with a
to
bot.
you, having a whole
Absolutely.
conversation with
The thing
somebody who's
is,
not real.
You
I
could think
found
that's
it
your best
easy
buddy
to
right there.
spot
It's
a
just a
bot
bot.
though. Yeah, yeah, very well. Like the thing is with the bots, like if you click on their page, um, high following, low followers, no photo. Like you can spot a bot nowadays on social media. Um, Profile pictures with like AI photos are usually based in India, Russia, or Israel. So Twitter/X finally came up with an update where where they came up with like you can see where account was based in. All these like crazy racist accounts finally got like leaked on where they're fucking from. None of them from America. None of them from the U.S. And all they're doing is pumping this shit from a different nation because they want to, fall into this white supremacy, this idea of a white race. They just want to be a part of it. So that's how they think they can have their hand is by, dropping propaganda onto the actual white poor people, just the whites in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
You don't have to be uneducated to be propagandized anymore. It's just so easy now. Like
yeah,
you could have a whole degree and you'd still be propagandized.
yeah. It's biggest thing right now. You just gotta pick up a book, get your EQ up, and learn how to think critically. Is the like that's how you can prevent
I think
propaganda.
another important thing about propaganda is propaganda works both ways.
Hey yo,
Um, hey, I know what you mean, hey yo.
you ain't see what your boy was doing?
Nah, I don't pay attention to him because
That's fucked
he a
up.
little he. Anyways, I think it's important to realize that propaganda works both ways. And it's not just a conservative thing, it's not just a Republican thing. And with I think with our stances when it comes to politics, we usually address propaganda or kind of the bullshit that the other side does, but it's important to realize that we are fed propaganda as well. And a lot of people that stand on the same side that we talk to, we fellowship with, they fall for propaganda on the Democrat or the liberal side or the socialist side all the time. And it's very important to realize that, propaganda doesn't it's not molded into just one specific shape. It goes for everybody. It goes for
Yeah.
everybody. And so I just wanted to share that real quick because there's so much propaganda that we fall for.
Especially you,
Me.
Jay.
I ain't
We
fall for
we
shit, man.
we
I ain't
as in
fall for nothing, man.
man,
And
you fall for
that's a
everything. You
big
don't stand
propaganda
for
too. That
nothing.
you don't fall for nothing. That's the biggest propaganda.
Man. I'm checking resources, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to check the sources of your sources. That's the biggest thing.
I'm in a rabbit hole of checking sources. Nah, stop.
That's why your
Anyway,
mom was
well, yeah. I mean, definitely not wrong, bro. I know a lot of liberals that fall for some bullshit too, and
Oh
they
yeah.
believe a lot of ridiculous stuff. Yeah, man. I think that might be it. I think we got a good
Yeah,
decent.
I
Anybody
think
got last questions at all?
I got one question. IT, you got any questions?
I got one question. Yeah,
Go ahead. Shoot.
because I know we've been talking a lot about the impact. As far as like when we were talking about his project, we were talking about the impact that what's called artists have with their drug talk. But like, do you feel like they have a certain responsibility to kind of like understand like how their lyrics influence their audience?
Yes and no, definitely. Like, if you're an artist and let's say instead of saying how why and why it's bad, like you could listen to a song and it's really good, but once you get to the lyrics of it and it talks about like let's say it's a song about drinking lean and then you get to the core of it and the core of the song was basically talking about how drinking lean is a bad way that they're moving on with their habit because of the situation that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a good thing, but like when you have artists who are just out there like, oh, let's go party, let's go do things with women, and let's go get messed up all the time, 24/7, and that's all you say. I'd say that there's definitely a little bit of responsibility because your words do have impact, and especially like the way that music has influenced people in the U.S. is it's very easy.
Yeah,
Especially today, it's really easy to impact people with music. Like you could have a song that no one listens to, and you just have a bunch of bots put it on TikTok, and now it's everywhere, and now people like this thing.
yeah. And I feel like people don't like understand, or people can't understand. Either they can't or they don't want to understand the difference between like authenticity and storytelling.
Yeah,
Like they're just kind of like, well, he said he do drills, so I'm gonna do a drill to his song. like, like it's
Yeah.
just
it's like this. I listened to this song. I mean, this artist talk about his song. His song was about killing a guy, and it was very like storytelling, and that he goes to jail and talks about how his life is shit now because he went to jail, and then he said how in the interview he said how he went to a lowrider place and there was a dude that said, "Yo, I did a drive by listening to your song and blah 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 and whatever." And it's like if you can't listen, there's people out there who are not gonna critically think and just take your song at face value and think they know what it means and just do that.
mhm, yeah,
I think the only artist that I noticed that like or have heard that came out and publicly said like they know that some of their music is like actual poison to the community is Vince Staples. Is the only one. But Vince Staples funny as shit, man. He's smart as fuck,
yeah.
so
He's
it doesn't
hilarious,
surprise me.
bro.
And the thing about Vince Staple is
Vince
especially as he's
Staples, Vince
portrayed throughout
Staples,
his.
Vince Staples.
What, are you good?
Did I not say Vince Staples?
You said staple. You said staple, brother. Get it right.
Yeah, you forgot it's a plural,
Forgot
bro.
that S, nigga.
All right.
You're not a real Vince Staples listener.
Okay. Now, but if you see Vince Staples
There you go.
mature throughout his
That's
career,
3 S's, bro.
Slow it down, bro. Staples.
I don't care no more, man. I don't even care no more. As you see this rapper that we're talking about, as you see him mature throughout his career, you definitely do see a more shift of like he's more political aware throughout his music, and you could see how it he sees the responsibility in his craft for sure, especially with his his recent album.
Yeah.
Cry Baby.
Fire.
It's a whole critique on America, and it's fire timing because of July 4th and it's the 250th anniversary is coming up. Which, if you ain't listened to our last episode, and you listen to this one, once this is over, yes, Rodrigo, yes, you too, go back and watch our last episode where we talked about Juneteenth and July 4th and does it matter? Should we celebrate it? And just a whole bunch of information within that. But yeah. I have one last question. Drake, are you good?
Good, man. I'm good, man.
Rodrigo,
Go ahead,
do
give
you
us
have any
the.
questions for us?
Oh yeah. You got some bullshit.
All right.
Sit back, sorry. Stroking his chin.
Who got the worst stroke game here?
Worst?
Okay. So
let's just go to James. Yeah, James, ask the question, bro.
Yeah, yours.
What the hell?
Mic, bro.
Yeah, mute them. Mute him.
What?
Mute him. Yeah, it's
What?
Wrap it up.
I don't know what he got going on.
All right, for my real question. Here's my real question: if there was a nation that's not a part of Europe, like not a country that's not in Europe, which country would you go to? So it can't be a developed country. Like any country that's, if you could go to a country that's not developed, which one would you go to?
That's not developed. A third world country. What third world country would I go to?
Yeah. James is gonna say Thailand because you know why.
Is Thailand third land? Is Thailand third world?
Thailand, yeah.
Man, hey, third world, man. I'm gonna stay in America, man. Right here in the U.S. of A, man.
Yo, that's a
Think about
cool
that,
one,
man.
but that's not. No, that's not.
Fuck.
You're messing up the propaganda.
Nigeria.
I'm going. Nigeria is not third world. I'm gonna hit Sudan.
Sudan? What about Haiti?
Sudan, you got it.
I'd love to go to Iraq.
Iraq.
Iraqi.
Actually, no, I'd love to go to Afghanistan. I think Afghanistan.
This is where I'm
Afghanistan's pretty, bro. Afghanistan has fallen to so many propaganda.
Afghanistan and Uzbekistan, I'm pretty sure, are very beautiful.
Bro, that Middle East propaganda is crazy. Like, it's actually beautiful out there.
I'd love to go and see a hookah.
You go to Afghanistan right now,
these little
bro.
Muslim men.
Alhamdulillah.
Over there. Has to be over there.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
All right. Well, shit, James.
Where you say you go?
Yeah. Where you going?
He's searching it up
Haiti?
right now. What's the third world country?
He muted.
Oh, my bad. What?
I don't know.
You probably just say Haiti, bro.
Oh.
You know that's where you want to go.
No, as much as I love and appreciate Haiti, I'm not going to Haiti.
What?
Not right now.
Bo.
Hey, you know what? IT, you go to Haiti. Why are you flipping me off?
That's what the fuck I said.
You said Haiti?
Yes. I switched.
Nigeria.
You said Nigeria.
Haiti
It is under active war right now, so
yeah, it's majority owned by. Oh, okay.
I mean, Sudan's the same.
He's gonna handle it.
Hey, Sudan's the same way, bro.
You gonna figure it.
Y'all know what's going on in Sudan, right?
I'm not too informed.
Free Sudan.
What
does it say?
Sudan is it Are they the one having
Bloody gold,
the
man.
famine?
No, they're not. So
Like
uh
a war.
that there's an interconflict war. One of them, terrorist, is being funded by an Arab country, the super rich one. Forgot the name of it. Dubai,
Saudi?
wherever Dubai is. Yep, Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia.
I believe, or United Arab of Emirates or something like that. Are being
UAE.
funded. UAE, yeah, it's being funded by the UAE, and they are killing the Sudanese people. So their own Sudanese people are killing the Sudanese people because they're being funded by the UAE. And it's for gold. Long story short, it's for gold, so the
Man,
UAE can get the gold. And
it's
the
like I've
amount,
heard this story before.
yeah, and of course they're shutting it down. The amount of killing that has happened, you can go to Google satellite images and see the ground being stained red from blood. Yeah.
And it's so sad because South Sudan is not the first and it won't be the last
Yeah, free Sudan, man.
to go through this. I know what's going on in the Congo,
Mm-hmm.
which is incredibly unfortunate. What other countries we got? What's going on?
All
Obviously,
of
with,
them.
yeah, you got Palestine, you got the Iran conflict. Venezuela recently. They had a natural disaster. So, yeah, that's just the way things go. My last question for Rodrigo before we wrap up is, what is your plans for this upcoming dissertation paper? Are you gonna build on from your drugs and hip hop, or hip hop and drugs, or you're gonna branch off to something different?
I'm gonna keep the same thing. I really wanted to move forward into the 2020s. We still have, I kind of see drugs not being as prevalent, but they are very prevalent, but they just aren't as prevalent as they used to be. And that's kind of something I really wanted to talk about. Also, drug, people are talking about how there's drug abuse and now pushing away from using drugs, which is kind of cool. And I think it's a really good step forward for hip hop. Not saying that they they both are bad when mixed together, but just saying it's a good thing that there are people who do talk about how it's bad for them and what actually happened to them, which James' favorite rapper Dave Blunt's, he's no more drinking lean. And then James said he loved that new song. He just couldn't stop listening to it. I remember I
Oh,
used to go to
you're the only person I know who listens to Dave Blunts. You
can't put
love
down the
Dave
coke
Blunt.
as you,
Stop
James.
projecting that
Can't put
onto
down
me,
the
bro.
James.
Nah, bro.
That's why I had to take James to one of those places so he could detox, and that's why he made the whole podcast. He told me about it, and I told him it's a good thing for him to do so he doesn't do that anymore. So I'm very proud.
Essentially what he told me to, why he invited me on.
That's why I'm very
Yeah,
proud
I
of
just need
James.
help,
That's why
man.
I came here. So
All
I
right, man.
want
Hey,
to tell him that I
thank you
fully
guys for
support him.
tuning in. Big shout out to Rodrigo here, being the first guest to ever hop on Soft Black Man and Co.
Can I give a shout out, Mr. Glaze?
Can you get a shout out?
Can I give a shout out?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I just gave you a shout out. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you give a shout out.
I want to shout out my boy Smiley Vic from WC. He's on Spotify. And I want to shout out my main girl, Kim Kemma. That's it.
Mylan C?
No, it's my no. It's my boy
Wait, say it
Smiley.
again.
He
Wait,
VICFROMWC. Search him up on Spotify. That's my main man. He making music, and I support him for it, and I hope he gets far with it.
type
Hey,
in.
I've
What's
met
type
I've met
in?
Smiley. Smiley's a good dude. Smiley's a good dude.
You don't know who the
He
fuck
serious
Smiley
about his
is.
craft. Damn, what the fuck?
Shut
I
up,
actually
dude.
do.
It's like that, James.
What? I know.
Bro, they actually mess with each other, bro. They hold hands and stuff.
Fuck yeah, little romantic shit. Hey man, we'll check them out.
I appreciate
Check them
you.
out.
All right. Anything else from you, Rodrigo?
Nah, man, I'm all good. I'm very happy that you guys had me here. It's a new experience for me. I was really scared to go on here, but my man James told me y'all wasn't gonna bully me until like maybe the third episode I'm on. So,
Yeah, something like that.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
Hey
happy.
that
man,
sounds about right.
whenever you finish the next project, man, we'd love to have you back on. We can start talking about current day drugs and hip hop. Maybe dive into a little bit more depth and whatnot, man.
Yeah, and
Appreciate you for showing up.
appreciate you guys.
Of course,
All
of course.
right. All right.
Be back for
Hey.
Halloween.
Yes, there's something special for Halloween that we'll do a Halloween episode. Won't get too many
I'm gonna teach
details.
you guys about
I think
info hazards.
that's like season 3, I guess. But until next time, I appreciate you all tuning in. This is Soft Black Minico, and we're out.